Today, we are going to understand the basic of Google Cloud, regions, and zone. So, regions and zones can say the area or the location from where Google offering his GCP services, Google Cloud services. So, Google Cloud offer lots of product and services to the customer. So, we should aware what are the regions or location from where this Google Cloud offer these services. So let's look the very high level view, the area locations where the Google offer these services. If you talk, these are the blue dot from where Google Cloud offer these services. So notice maybe every continent, maybe North America, South America, Africa, Australia, Asia, Europe, almost every continent, you can say the Google Cloud offer his services. And Google define his own naming culture to talk these services. So they are going to use the terminology regions. One is the regions, another is the location. So regions is the geographical area, okay, and those manager regions, and in those particular region they have a specific locations. These specific locations known as a zone, and they more focus. They can first question, why Google's cloud providing these services in the from the different region? Why not just from the one region? The main purpose of this Google Cloud is that whatever the customers are going to use my services, his applications are get very responsive as real times. That means our customer can get service from his the nearest location. Let's say I am from the specific A location. So our request is can serve by the my nearest location. So what happen if Google have only one location from where it is going to the server? Let's say from this specific location. So all the user traffics from the different location, different parts are go to the same request. Okay, if the nearest customer are getting the quicker response, but the this remote these customers requests are getting the very low response. So there are a couple of benefits. We're going to talk why Google's offer his cloud services from the different remote locations, or you can say nearest to every customer. So if a customer from the Tokyo, they can get from his service from the nearest location. If the customer from the Australia, they can get service from the nearest location. So what the benefit of the nearest location? Customer get real time response, quick response, fast response. The objective, if I'm a software developer, I'm releasing my some software, so my objective is that my applications is quickly response to the customer so that customers feel happy. So one of the major benefit of the Google Cloud is that Google Cloud is the global infrastructures. They can offer his services from across the globe, almost more than 200 continents plus territory, right? And second, they support fault tolerance and highly available servers for you. As a customer, I want my applications should be always accessible. That means our applications should be available always, each and every time. This is only possible to the if we have a multiple copy of my same server. That means if you have multiple servers available from different regions. So couple of benefits you can say this Google Cloud platform offer for us. So due to that, we have to understand the basics of the this regions and zones. Okay, so let's talk. GCP offer variety of services, right? We know. So here say GCP is the first global infrastructure. That means GCP, Google Cloud Services available across the different geographical area. And they provided a wide range of services and resources to build, deploy, and manage my applications and distribute our workload. So, as a software engineering, my responsibility, whatever that I am building my software first is a very quick response. If customer asks, "Hey, I need this," our application quickly responds. This quickly response is come from the how to measure this quickly response is the latency. So our application latency should be low. And second requirement, my application should be available anytime, at any times. This is only possible if you have only one server. They are responding very good. What happened? This server is going to upgrade, patch update, restart, reboot, maybe fail. So our application is not accessible to the customer. So if my application is highly available, that means we have a duplicate kind of servers, multiple server available. If one server down, another server can be responsible to respond my. These are the two key criteria for almost any big or geographically available applications. So these two feature highly available, maintain fault tolerance, and quick response, maintain low latency. All these key feature is offered by Google Cloud. So due to that, we have to understand these things are achieved from these two concepts. One is the regions and zone. So let's understand these basics about what do you mean by regions and zone in the Google Clouds. Okay, so regions as the literal meaning is the same regions, nothing is special. So regions are the geographical area that contains multiple zones. We'll talk zone later. What is it? But here, say any geographical area you can say is a zone, and this zone has sorry, this is the region, and these regions have a multiple zones. We'll talk the zone. What is the zone? So each region is separate geographical area that is isolated from each other. So this is the one region. Similarly, maybe another geographical region. Let's example, this is the one Asia, maybe Europe, maybe Africa, maybe North America, South America. These are the different big continent you can say. You can say continent is very big. Within the continent, multiple region. Okay, so region is a logical area. Due to that, you cannot say just continent, but instead of saying continent is a very big area. So within the particular continent, the different regions. Okay, so region might be like here means typically regions are the located in a different part of the world. So overall, according to the Google Clouds, the whole world's Google's is logically divided. Hey, this area, this area, this area, this area, this area. This geographical area considered as a region, and mainly region maybe North America region, Europe region, Asia region, in this way region. And the GCP Google Cloud region designs to provide low latency access to resources and the services while also providing redundancy and fault tolerance. Each regions are typically composed with the multiple zones we'll discuss. Okay. So what the meaning? So first things, regions are the geographical area in the different part of the worlds, right? And the objective why they are and the offer the main service they provide the low latency services. This means whatever the Google Cloud services you are going to access. Google Cloud responsibility is that they can serve your request from the nearest customer zone. Okay. And similarly, you talk about the zone. The zone is just a specific area in the particular regions. So let's be aware this is the North America regions. And North America region have lots of, you can say, big city or metropolitan cities. So those specific locations, when we talk about the specific location, so those specific locations considered as a zone. So you can say GCP zones, multiple zone in one regions. So you can say zones are a specific location within a region and contain one or more data center. So here we have three terminology. One is the regions, logically big geographical area, and another is the zone. Zone is the specific location inside the region. Okay, inside the region. Now the third term, data center. Data center is the actual place where Google Cloud store his hardware part, actual hardware server that contain computer, storage device, memory, RAM, hard disk, and for serving this, we required some basic infrastructure, electricity, power, cooling system, everything. That is known as a data center. The data center is actually physical place where Google's are managing his hardware. Hardware means your computer, hardware, hard drive, software, everything. Bigger machines. Okay, so they are near to your zones. So zones are actually, you can say, the locations near to your data center. The date maybe one data center, one zone, zone one can be one data center, another zone have another data center. Might be, but this is not the always case. Might be one zone is lots of user traffic request service, lots of services they offer. So might be there in the two data center, yeah, three data center. So one zone can have a one or more data center. Yeah, one maybe some zones have a minimum number of service available. So might be one data center can serve the two nearest zone as well as. But there is no, so this is a not direct relationship. So you can consider one or more zone. Means ki whatever the zone and corresponding might be physical data center. A physical data center can be shared by the two zones, or maybe one zone itself have a multiple data center. Okay. So data center is the actual place where Google are maintain his infrastructure, where they are storing his computer, hardware, and all are the physical lights, electricity, CPU, everything. This is known as a data center. So each zone is separate and isolated location that provide the high level of redundancy and fault tolerance. So within a region, maybe multiple zones are highly isolated, separated, and make ensure that if one zone somehow down or something problem happen, another zone can still provide the fault tolerance and redundancy services. Okay, so you can say zones are typically considered as cities or metropolitan area within a region. Okay, so these can be located in the different remote location. You can say. So overall, you can say regions are logically, uh, geographically area, and this area we have a specific locations. Those locations is considered as a zone. Within a zone, in this zone might have a his physical data center. So generally, whenever Google Cloud talking about the region and zones, they are not talking more about the data center. Data center is a physical place where actually Google's are managing his infrastructure. So there is no direct correlationship means ki one zone, one data center. Might be one zone have a multiple data center, or one data center can be sub two or three zones. Okay, that is the depend upon the what kind of services particular regions offer. Okay, so here regions are the collections of zone, you can say, are in this logical boundary where the multiple zones, and zones are the deployment area within a region. So all zones must be considered in the within the region. Okay, and zones have a high bandwidth, low latency networks connections to the other zone in the same region. So in one area, all the zones are connected with high bandwidth internet networks so that they can provide very fast access between that, so that the redundancy that we are going to storing the same info data in this place, so that if all the request is taken care by the particular server from zone 1, if this zone going to down somehow, our request can be go to another zone because the duplicate data are available, same data are available to the different zone as well. So make redundancy, making a duplicate copy of one zone to another zone, they need a very high bandwidth and a low latency kind of a network connection between them. So within the same region, Google Cloud offer very high networks connectivity, and even some scenario and some application they are need the different regions, and different region have a different zones, and they want to make the communications very far. They are also support. So you can say Google Cloud offer regional services as well as the multi-regional, but multiple regions you can also make the connectivity and get the data exchange between that. Okay. So generally you can see each region. So almost nowadays Google's in the whole our worlds support more than 40 regions, and each region at least we have a three or more zones, you can say. The region consists three or more zone, house three or more physical data center. The three terminology: regions is the geographical bigger area. Within this area, we have a zone. Zone is the locations where your actually application is going to deploy. This zone can have a your physical data center, maybe one physical data center, two physical data center, might be some physical data center, the bigger they can share within the zone. So overall say कि there is no fixed rule कि one zone one data center. Generally say a region have a multiple zone, and similarly zone also have a multiple one or more data center. Data center is the place where Google Cloud keep his physical store, physical server, physical hardware, software, everything, and they provide the complete electricity system, cooling system, Security, physical security, everything taken care by the Google Cloud is his physical data center. So these are the, so let's talk. So what are the key characteristics we understand? We whatever the we talk, one is the region. Region, as we talk about the geographical area that contain multiple zones, and regions are typically located in a different part of the world. So whatever the first slide we look the overall world map, and all are the different regions Google supported, and each regions have a multiple zone, maybe typically three or more. And zones are specific geographical location within a region. So this is the big one region, and multiple region in this whole part of the Google. Google have more than 40 regions, and each region have a multiple zone. Zone are a specific l- location within a zone, and this zone can have a one or more data center, physical data center where our physical hardware, software, and everything taken care. Okay, and typically they are located in a different, you can say, city or metropolitan area. Zones are highly metropolitan, are very big crowded, because the place where lots of customers or peoples are residing, they are accessing application. So Google focus those cities are metropolitan cities. There are lots of populations are accessing applications. Due to that, Google cloud providers are decided to put is the physical data centers or zone nearest to the customer. Due to that, Google cloud commit that we are going to provide low latency and high availability services for your customers. Okay. So, and these are the two key benefits about the what achieve from these concepts of your regions and zone. The region and zones. Okay, that means one region, one region can have a multiple zone, and similarly one zone can have a one or multiple data physical data center. So this, due to this relationship, Google Cloud offer these two major benefits: redundancy and low latency. So generally any big uh, or you can say heavily used application, they require these two are the very key feature of any software application. Your application should be support low latency. Low latency means if I am a customer, I am accessing your application, I am assuming quick response, as quick. This is only possible from which location customer is raising the request, the nearest location can serve the request and response. So this is possible to the Google Cloud global infrastructure. The Google Cloud have a global infrastructure. Due to that, different, almost all the metropolitan cities, Google's have a provide the services. Due to that, say so, regions and zone help us are designed such a way that they provide the low latency access of the service and the resources to the customer. The objective of the customer should get as quick as fast from the response. So whatever the application we build, let's give a build very good algorithms. That's very good. But your application are served from the very remote distance. Still, our application latency going to hide. Your customer feel the performance bottleneck. Okay, so one of the key feature about the Google Cloud is that they provide services to the nearest to the customer. Due to that, they can say, "Hey, we support low latency." And second thing, your application is very responsive, very quickly. That's good. And second key feature about your application should be always available. What happened? This nearest data centers you are serving the request. This is good. But what happened due to the software upgrade, hardware update, hardware failure, natural calamity, the particular locations have some problem and your data center is stopped, are not working. So if your data center is crashed, something the same copy available in the different location. So if the same data and same information available in the different locations, now your request can be served from the different location. So due to this redundancy feature, so both regions and zones are designed to provide the redundancy and the fault tolerance. That means if any server are due to the some n number of region are going to the fault or stop or broken, still your applications are available means from the different server. So Google Cloud provide the redundancy means whatever the server, virtual machine, software, hardware we have, they have multiple copy in the different locations, even different within the region or without a region, multi-region as well. So Google Cloud also the concept of the regional service and multi-regional are some global services we're going to talk. Okay, so these are the, you can say, key characteristics of the Google Cloud. What are the low latency and redundancy means maintain fault tolerance and your application highly available. Low latency means your application response is very quick, real time response you can say. Okay, so there are some naming convention which there are 40 regions, 100 plus zones. So how as a uh, customer or as a software engineer we know identify. So Google is follow some unique naming convention how they are identified which is the region. Okay, so they follow something a concept like whatever the regions you have. Okay, so first they are a very big location regions and regions have a zone. Okay, and zone can have a multiple, so one region can have a three zone. So how to know? And we have a multiple regions, lots of region. So one region have a multiple zone. Okay, so they follow the some convention because regions and zones are the geographical location. Okay, so what say key regions are identified in the region code. What is the region code? Region code maybe this is the US, then the region code is the US. Okay, this is the Asia, region code is the Asia. Let's this is the Europe, region code is the Europe, EU. Thus, some initial letter of the particular region. Okay, and this region now have a direction, maybe direction your east direction, west direction, east direction, north direction, and south direction. So first a region code like US, Europe, right, the region code, and after that direction may be east, west, north, south, central. East, west, north, south, central. What are the direction? So here say example, US is the region code and hyphen central or Europe west one these are. Okay, and next might be noticed in one region, in one let's see, in one particular geographical locations region Google offer multiple regions. So multiple regions, then again say this is the region 1, region 2, region 3. So in one US East, US East, not only one regions can be sufficient. The Google say, okay, in US East we have a region 1, 2, 3, 4. They have added some number. Okay, okay, some number. So you can say region code plus your direction plus number 1, 2, 3, 4. So might be in North America we have multiple regions. So you can say US East 1, US East 2, US East 3, US East 4. In this way. So notice one region have a multiple zone. So how to give the within a notice the zone is the specific location within a region. So how to again say one or more zone can be in one region. They can say, hey, US Central one have a three zone. So you can say zone A, US Central 1A, US Central 1B, US Central 1C. So zones is just given the A, B, C, the alphabet number. So in this way, Google's generally make the identifications of the zone. So zone generally contain your region code, US East, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and after that zone A, B, C, D, E. So here say Europe West 1 B, maybe Europe West 1 A, Europe West 1 D. So these are A, B, C, D are the zone. So how to identify, how to know this is my zone? Last letter or character would be A, B, C, D, E, your zones. And your region code like Europe and hyphen direction, maybe east, west, north, south, northeast, north, south in this way. In this way, Google's have a make the naming convention, how to identify these names. Okay, and we zones and regions, whatever the Google Cloud offers services, so we have to ensure that every services are not available on every zone, right? But Google offer more than 100 plus services, and each and every zones they want to support all the services. They required very high infrastructure. So Google's have decided, hey, this zone, this list of services will be available. This zone, this list of services available. So instead of due to that 41 zone, 150, almost 100 plus zones, so Google's have a this list out. Hey, these are the regions and these are the services available. So before you are going to access any services, you have to check out Google official documents, and I will share the link to find out. Hey, these services are available in this region only. Okay, and this region have multiple zone. Which zone have which services we have to take. Okay, but here this is the top key. All GCP services is not available for the all regions, right? So it is essential to check out the availability of GCP regions and zones, and with a specific services which you're going to access them. So this is the overall concept about the regions and zones. So GCP regions and zones are the critical component of the Google Cloud Platform infrastructure. Due to this concept of regions and zone, Google offer global infrastructure. So due to that, you can say there are Google's have a categorize these services as this is the regional services or this is the global services. Some services can be available across the region, and some services are available only within the region. So how to know? You have to just check out the documentation. Okay, so regions are the geographical area that contain the multiple zone, and zones are the specific location within a region that contain one or more data center. This is the complete. So regions are the very big, you can say bigger geographical area, and within this region we have a multiple geographical locations, and each locations can have a one or more physical data center. Okay, so these are the very essential to understand this hierarchy, so that you can decide, hey, I am going to build deploy my application for the particular customer. So what are the customer base? What are the locations? What are the area the customers? Most of the my customer accessing my application. Accordingly, we have to select the location and regions. So these are the some official document. Whatever we discuss about the regions and zones, you can just find from these places. And whatever we discuss about what the regions and zones here, what the definition, meaning of everything's are you can find the, what are the region, zones, what is the naming convention like US Central 1, US Central A, B, zoning concept, everything here you can more detail if you want to more exact details you want, you can just check out this conference page. They talk more about the regions and zone concept. And if you want to find all the locations where these services available, which zone have a one, so these are the you can say the bigger picture available here. So one thing Google's is continuously focusing on improvement on his the networks global infrastructure. And this is if you talk about the initially we talk about this world map where Google demonstrates the area where currently these are the regions supported. So almost all part of the worlds you can find out the Google Cloud provide his services. Okay, even every continent you can even talk about your even the like your North America, Canada, or you can South America, you can Africa, you can Europe part, or you can go to the Asia, you can go to the Australia, even in Middle East part, everywhere, almost every part of the world, you can say Google Cloud services available in the form of region. Because these are the all are the regions. So these are the almost your more than 40 regions you can say. And notice each region can have a multiple zones, minimum 3 or 4 zones. So one region can have a 3 or 4 zone, and each zone can have a one or more data center. A physical locations, physical place where Google had managed its hardware and everything. Okay, and even you can check out this. These are the key numbers you should aware, and these numbers are not you can say hard and fixed. Currently, you can say global infrastructure. Google Cloud is the 41 region. So 41 we have a regions, and in each region they have a multiple zone. So overall 121 zones available. So how to identify your regions? Region generally follow the region code like US hyphen your direction east and 1 2 3 4. Similarly US central 1 2 3 4. And how to identify zone hyphen A B C. These are the zones. And Google's have option about the 180 network edge location. Edge location is the nearest location or from the customer point of view. So almost 181 such locations they have edge location. Edge computing means now Google is trying to serve customer request from the nearest to the customer. And almost Google's cloud infrastructure available more than 200 countries and plus territories you can say. So overall the major part of the world's Google cloud man provide the services you can say. Okay, and if you choose want to know hey which services available in the which my regions, so these are the high levels you can say regions available. These are here you can say your all the products Okay, notice these are all the product name. Our product are services like compute engine, APG, app engine, cloud run, cloud function, batch processing, service mesh, data stream. These services are going to big table or spanner, cloud SQL, uh, file store. Lots of services we're going to talk later. More than 100 services Google Cloud offer. Notice, and each, let's keep about the America. So America have a, oh, this is the one continent, and they have lots of regions. So notice this is the US. Look at this. US East one region, US East two region, US West three, US West four, US is, this is the US East one, US East four. So instead of they give the name to the Columbus, instead follow the naming convention. Your country code US is direction have a multiple region. The one, two, three, four, five in this. Similarly, we have a different regions. North America, North East two, North South America, West one. So combinations of your continent name most probably the code and plus direction. Here say North America, South one, these are the regions. Okay, so lots of region you can found out here. And even similarly if you go to the like Europe region, you can found the services in Europe region. The Europe West 1, Europe West 2, Europe West 4, these are the regions. Lots of region you can find the Europe. So you get Europe West 9. So Paris is the where Europe West 9. Yes, so they are not calling the city name, instead own region code Google Cloud follow. Okay, so what are the things we have to note? Let's about the Asia Pacific. The Asia Pacific have a different region. So like here, Mumbai is the one region, Delhi, Singapore, Jakarta, Hong Kong, Tokyo. These are the different region. But how to say? Hey, Asia Northeast one, Asia Northeast two, Australia Southeast one, Australia Southeast two. In this way, they are giving the name here. So what are the things we have to notice here? So whatever the services here, let's say compute engine. Compute engine service is available, though Asia, South 1, South 2, everywhere. But might be, let's see, app engine. App engine is available in Asia South 1, but not available in the Asia South 2. So this is the things we have to check out. Hey, which services in which area is available and which area is not available. So you have to check out these services, which services are available in which area, which are some services are not available. Like a data form are available in this region, not available in this region. Available here region, this region, this region, this region. Not available in this region, right now. So you have to check out which services you are going to use and what the regions you are going to. But the main focus why this region, we know as a customer, as a client, as a software developer, development company, a team, okay, hey, this is my client base. And which services I'm going to use? I'm going to the database or something specific services. So we know, okay, hey, this is our customer locations or area. So why not we request, hey, Google Cloud, we are going to deploy our application to this region. So though, so that in the same region, our redundancy, multiple servers, Google can make easily available and provide the low latency services to the customer. So this is the official documents. You can just check out and understand the regions and zone concept. And we should know very big infrastructures nowadays. Google have 41 region, 121 zones, 187 edge uh, computing, and 200 plus country and territory Google Cloud services available for us. Okay, so these are the some basics information about the Google Cloud regions and zones. We as a engineering teams, if we are deciding we are going to the cloud resources, cloud computing, we should aware this concept. Okay, so might be this information is helpful for you. Thank you.